It was a quiet Saturday afternoon, April 5th, 2008. In the peaceful town of Stjärnsund, Sweden, 10-year-old Engla Höglund was riding her bike home after a day of football. The road home was familiar, just 4.5 kilometers. The sun was setting, the streets were empty, and spring air filled the forest-lined path. But somewhere along that route, Engla vanished. Her mother, Karina, had promised to call every few minutes to check in. Each call was answered. Each time Engla's voice sounded calm. Then silence. No more answers. By the time Karina reached home, Engla's red bicycle lying on its side at the edge of a forest trail. But no Engla. Within hours, the quiet village turned into a search zone. 50 police officers, sniffer dogs, helicopters, even volunteers from neighboring towns joined in. The forest was combed, the wells checked, every barn and abandoned house opened. The police split into two teams, one chasing clues, the other searching the land. It was a desperate race against time. Among the volunteers was a man named Thomas Lendo, who remembered taking photos that morning on his new digital camera. In one of them, he'd captured a little girl on a bike, and in the next, a red car driving past her. That image, innocent at first glance, would soon become the key to unlocking a nightmare. The car's license plate led police to a man named Anders Eklund, a bald, heavy-set truck driver. On paper, he was just another local, but beneath the surface, Anders was a ticking bomb. He had a long history of violence, sexual assault, and disturbing behavior stretching back decades. Yet, when police called to question him, Anders stayed calm, too calm. What the officers didn't realize was that they had just warned a predator that they were closing in. And this wasn't Anders' first time. Because 8 years earlier, another woman, Engla Höglund, a 1-year-old florist, had been murdered just 45 kilometers away. Her case had gone cold, but the killer's description matched Anders perfectly. The bald head, the build, the jawline, the same kind of evil lurking behind his eyes. June 4th, 2000, Pernilla had gone home to celebrate her mother's birthday in her hometown. She never made it back. Her body was found the next day near a bridge, beaten and strangled. Witnesses described seeing a bald man on top of her, but the case crumbled due to poor police work and vanished leads. DNA samples were collected, suspects arrested and released, and the file went cold. Among the anonymous tips received, 2 callers mentioned a name, Anders, but no one investigated. The name sat in a file ignored for years. Had the police acted back then, had they followed those leads, Engla Höglund might still be alive. When Anders Eklund was finally detained in 2008, he denied everything, even knowing Engla. But investigators found blood in his car, and tire tracks near the scene matched his vehicle. Then came the breakthrough. DNA analysis confirmed Anders' link not only to Engla, but also to Pernilla. Faced with the evidence, Anders broke. What he confessed left investigators speechless. He told them he had abducted Engla, taken her into the woods near her bicycle, and ended her life in the most brutal way imaginable. He even led police to her body. The child who once sang her favorite Titanic song now lay in the cold earth. She was identified only through dental records. When her funeral aired live on Swedish television, millions wept, a nation mourning a child they'd never met. In October 2008, Anders Eklund was sentenced to life imprisonment for the murders of Engla Höglund and Pernilla Höglund. Yet justice felt hollow. The failure of the earlier investigation had allowed him to roam free to kill again. In prison, Anders lived isolated, despised even by other inmates. In 2018, he begged for early release due to health issues. The court denied him, ensuring he would die behind bars. Today, he remains one of Sweden's most hated criminals and a dark reminder of how negligence and evil can intertwine. Engla's mother once said, "If they had caught him back then, my little girl would be here." Her words echo through every Swedish courtroom, every forest path, every cold case file. Because this isn't just a story about a monster, it's a story about how systems fail the innocent and monsters hide in plain sight.